Hi everyone, Nigel Saunders here for KW Bonsai. Have you ever wondered how you wire a very small bonsai tree? Well, in this video, Hong from our club is going to show you his techniques for wiring very small and delicate branches. So I hope you enjoy it.
Hi, good evening. My name is Hong, and I'm giving a small demonstration on wiring small branches. Hope you enjoy it. I reuse all my wires when I possibly can, because believe it or not, wire is an expensive item for bonsai. And if you keep chopping them up and throwing them in the garbage, it costs money. So what I do is, if you have a wire like this, which is used before, one way to fix that is straight. You can do the same thing with aluminum wire, right? Like this. So this one has a little thing on it. Yeah, don't do that with your. Yeah. So you just push it together and snap it back.
Oh wow, I never knew that. You know what I do? I just try to straighten out my hand and it's all crinkly.
But you can't, after a certain gauge, you can't do that with this.
No.
So here you just use a wider pair of pliers and you straighten it out as best you can, and you can use it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this wire, which is fairly heavy. This is about maybe a 4 millimeter wire. I have some bigger ones at home, but this will demonstrate quite nicely.
Is there a certain ratio to the thickness of the trunk?
Usually you go like this and you go like this, because there's no real.
Kind of eyeball it.
Yeah, there's no hard and fast rule. What I tend to do before I got the hang of it, so to speak, I used to use a lot bigger wire than I needed. So that I wouldn't have to keep going back and maybe adding a second wire to be able to set the branch, right, in a certain position. So here, just imagine that as being your bonsai, and I want to wire this branch like this, as the book says, right? And then the second branch, and then this is the back branch, like so. So that's just part of the bonsai guidelines, is that when you design something, you have left, right, back, left, right, back, left, right, back. So to do this, I first take a look at how much wire I need to cover this branch, or if I need just to go part ways and then continue with a lower diameter wire. Okay, so in this case I think I'll go halfway, which is about like this when you start to wind, or maybe even more, because the bigger the diameter, the more length you should allow, because every coil takes up more wire because of the larger diameter, right? So I give it a little more because I got a length here. At home I got it in a little spool thing that I can just pull out. So to start, Todd, would you mind just holding that like that? Nice trunk. So I start the bending by putting a bend right there. So this fits right on here like this. Now, there is one other consideration. Sometimes you want to move the branch from the current position, either this way or that way, or set it on center. The leaves come out like this if you want the leaves to be facing upward or facing the side. Any incidental branches along here, if they're facing this way like this, you want to turn them. In other words, twist the branch to make the subsequent branches go sideways like this. So if you want this to rotate clockwise, then you must wind the wire clockwise. If you need it to go the other way, it's true also. So that's just something to keep in mind, because sometimes you done the wiring job on a branch and all of a sudden you want to twist the branch so that 90 degrees, so that it either the leaves or the branches, incidental branches, go up, which is quite desirable. So that is one thing to keep in mind prior to doing this. Okay, so here I'm pretending everything is fine, right? So first I started by just twisting it like this, twisting the wire, and there it'll sit, right? And then this is, remember, this is on it's part of the plant and it's in the pot, right? So this is how I would bend this wire around the trunk, right? Just by holding it like this. Now, if I can't hold it like that, what I will do is, because I need to stabilize. Thanks, Todd. I can do it without, yeah. So anyways, I need to stabilize the wire without touching the branch. Okay? So what I do is I put the wire in the pliers like so. And then I can bend this wire like this without
Where do you get your wire from?
touching the branch. I get it from that guy from London. Like, I get it by the kilo.
Okay.
So I can, yeah, Bonsai guy, that's his name, yeah. So now I can bend this. You can see I have bent this quite a large diameter wire, you know, on this small tree. So now I will go ahead and bend this wire around this branch. Now you can see it's not a clumsy operation at all. And when this stands up like so, this is why you need two pairs of pliers, okay? One to stabilize the wire, the other one to bend it. Now I read a lot of magazine on wiring, and I have yet to come up with something that tells me to do this. Maybe It's
This is based on your personal experience.
ancient Chinese secret.
Awesome.
Calgon wiring technique.
Calgon. Yeah. So anyways, you get the idea. See, the wire has not, basically not touched the branch. Right? So there I can now bend this the way I want. Left.
Yeah.
So now I can do the same thing here, right? So anyways, to be quick about this, oh, why did I do that? It went up the wrong trunk. Right? See? I can't talk and wire at the same time. I need the solitude of my studio. I mean, have you ever realized that you can work on a tree for 3 hours and
Realize you wired the wrong branch?
I was about to say that.
so anyways, here we are. You get the idea, right? Now, it's much more easy to do the smaller gauges because the smaller gauges are much easier to manipulate these coils around the branch.
Makes me think of jewelry making.
Yeah, so basically you have to hold the coil, a previous coil that you have bent around the branch, and then start bending each coil as you go.
So you don't want the wire real tight against the branch because then you would be stopping it from growing.
It would stop it, but on the smaller branches, what you risk doing is cut off the sap flow.
Yeah.
Because the smaller the branch, the thinner the bark and everything else. Because if it's the trunk, you can go a little tighter, but you don't have to go you go as tight as you need to be able to shape the branch, right? So, and redirect the growth, so.
So basically you're putting the wire around it, even leaving space because
Yeah.
you're twisting the wire and of course the stem then is going to follow the curvature of the wire.
Just like that, yeah. Right? So what you want is a curve like this, to exaggerate a little, like so, right? And usually you cut the branch right here. So that's it for the demonstration. What I will do is I invite one person and try to do some really fine wiring. And we got some there. You could probably do some there.
Yeah, that's what we brought in.
Ricardo, if you don't have pliers, I got some here.
That was grown quite a bit, but his branches aren't doing what they do.
So there's the wire.
Okay.
Now, I want you to do these two,
I know this stuff is business.
right?
Oh, these little guys. The shoots?
Yeah, this branch and this branch.
Okay.
Right?
You water it, it
You got
swells
the
up, it
shakes,
gets very
forget it.
brittle. So let it dry up a little bit and then
So-
it becomes more flexible.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'll just try that.
So you want to wire like
So
that.
say if you water
And this
once
one?
a day, like for
Oh, you
example,
want to leave that?
then
This one's gonna be over
the,
here.
say you water, I don't know,
Okay.
when you come
So
home
you
after
wanna
work or
wire
something
this
like
guy?
4 o'clock. or
Yeah,
whatever,
we're gonna wire it.
then that's when you wire it because
Yeah.
it's gone since
So-
yesterday.
Okay.
So you wire them.
You should start.
That's right. So if
Barbecue is great.
I have
Since two,
wire
it's supposed to
exposed
go
You're supposed to be like
Like
left.
just nail the header.
Right.
Yeah, that would-
Right.
Okay.
And it was still in there.
That's why I want to cut these two off.
Eventually, yeah.
Try not to
What-
contact.
What's the difference between like pure copper
This
and
way,
then go up
and
to
keep
the end.
going him, keep him going up and take everything else.
So it's good here that you've already got bifurcation. Meaning it's split in two already, so you've got two branches. And
I wonder if it matters if the wire
If you do that, I would
past the
encourage you to
branch.
trim it back about there.
You can always trim it off.
when we were out.
Yeah, so then you force the back butting.
Like this one's better than here.
That's better. That one went a little better.
See, you're
This one's
getting
a little
better.
rougher.
The more you do,
Yeah,
the better you
takes
get
some
at it.
practice.
It's like a club uniform or something.
Blue plaid shirts.
The blue plaid shirts, is that a club uniform?
this is our climb now.
No hair, little hair, and more hair.
See, I did that with my hands and it went so much better.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So how were the
I
roots on
just,
that
like,
tree, Ricardo?
Depends on the thickness of
Yeah.
the
Another
wire.
funny thing, I was just telling
put more
him, remember how there was one lone?
No, you're a different artist.
I planted
it
it
You're
here
more
and it
compound
rooted.
that way.
Oh, great.
Rooted
So
twice,
this guy I'm
too.
gonna
Sorry,
replant and
rooted
turn it
the
into
first
make
time.
Oh, really?
a new
Small
tree.
wire, I'd almost say that.
I think
Oh, that's
once they
awesome.
crack,
It wants to grow.
That's probably what I'm like.
That kind of fakes like
Trying to get around the rest of the plant.
That's looking good.
I like it.
So that
These are all
it
just
retains the
sacrifice
motion.
branches to
Oh, really,
bulk up
eventually?
the trunk.
Really?
This
What
would
I
be the
done
first
here?
branch.
Really?
Oh, well.
That high up?
Are you gonna leave much of this one?
The overall.
I'm not sure yet. It's gonna be a bit of a challenge.
Okay, so
because of the
you're
size of it.
Yeah.
you're making it almost like a high mountain tree because they often die a lot in the bottom, right? And then it's just a lot of it, it's just the top.
I don't normally let it grow to this length, okay?
Is
Because,
any wire hanging off the end here? Do
Yeah.
you usually just clip it or
yeah,
not really that?
I'm not, because this is not a,
So Graham Potter talks about the end of your wire, bend it backwards so you don't poke yourself in the eyes. Have you ever done that?
Because there's
bend it
not
backwards.
Yeah.
really much of anything.
So at the end of his wiring,
Yeah. I'm thinking take this off, this looks pretty good.
I'd like to know about this.
Yeah. I've never heard of that.
yeah, so instead of just cutting it here,
Yes?
he actually bends it back.
Oh, I don't bend it back. What I do is, I complete the loop
Yeah.
by having the cut facing down,
Mm-hmm.
so that when you look close like this,
Yeah.
right, the branch hits you and not the wire.
Yeah.
When you're our age, you need glasses, so you're never gonna poke you in the eye anyway.
Yeah.
So that's all for today. Thanks to all our club members for volunteering to be on camera. And thanks very much to Hong for demonstrating wiring of fine branches. So Nigel Saunders of KW Bonsai, we'll see you next time.